Happy New Year, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Brad Petovich here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the first day of 2016, and we're kind of turning a new leaf, maybe on the weather pattern as well. We've seen the colder air start to move into the southeast, and the snow guns are up and running at Beech Mountain right now and at many other locations, though temperatures are a little marginal right now. You can see what happened in the last 24 hours. Cooler air is moving in across the eastern half of the country, and we actually have colder air moving in, and actually a little bit of snow that may affect areas around Snowshoe, Wisp, and maybe Timberline. We are going to see a little bit of snow, I think, natural snow, though it's not going to be a big deal. Temperatures are cold enough today that there is snowmaking going on in several area resorts. So we are seeing some better conditions today, even though we're just at the beginning of the cold snap. So the cold snap has just begun, but you can see this is a live view from the resort cams up at Beech Mountain. They are making snow, especially at the top of the mountain where temperatures are cold enough and dry enough to be able to make snow. So the fact that they're making snow already is a good sign that we're likely going to see some of these areas open up this weekend. We'll go back to the map real quickly. You can see the air temperatures in the 30s and 20s in many locations of the mountains. And there's a little bit of troughiness coming down through the Great Lakes. And what I mean by that, there's a little trough up here. You see it up here in the northern Great Lakes. This is kind of an Alberta clipper. It's going to be a reinforcing shot of cold air that's going to move in. The Arctic high is sitting back here. So this is some really cold air that's going to set the stage for great conditions. So here's a look at the short range models. And again, you can see as we go through the overnight hours, it actually gets colder and colder. And up and down the entire spine, you see temperatures generally in the teens and 20s, but with northwest flow. What I'm watching is this little trough of low pressure up here, which is going to move in later this weekend, probably Saturday night into Sunday morning. We'll see it start to move in, and we'll see another shot of colder air coming in for Monday and Tuesday. And what that's going to do is not only going to get us colder, but it's likely going to bring in a little bit of natural snow. And let me show you what that looks like. I'll put up the snowfall totals here, and you can see, especially up here in parts of West Virginia and Maryland, we might see a little bit of natural snow going into early next week. So it's not a big deal as far as snowfall. To me, the bigger story are these cold temperatures, which look like they're going to be sticking around. The other big stories you heard me talk about earlier in the week is these Arctic oscillation of both the European and the GFS are both staying very negative through the new year. That's a good sign. The fact that it was so, look how above normal or above positive, above zero for positive range, it was in December around Christmas, and then it's been going down, and it's continued to forecast to stay down there, both the GFS and the European. North Atlantic oscillation, a little bit of a wavering here, still looks like around zero, but these are all good signs that this cold pattern, I wouldn't say it's going to stay brutally cold, but it's going to stay closer to average. So the warm-up that is likely going to come in about a week, and we're going to see that because you never get consistent cold, it's not going to be a huge warm-up, maybe just a brief warm-up, and then it gets back down into the cold range for making snow. So good news. Snowmaking conditions have started right now. They will last through the weekend, and it actually gets colder next week. I think all the resorts will be able to open runs some point this weekend and be able to make snow not only this weekend, maybe a brief lull on Sunday and Monday, and then start making snow again the middle of next week as that next shot of cold air comes in. So a good window to make enough snow to maybe keep us open now through some of these mild spells. So I hope everyone had a great New Year. This is a great sign. Check with the resorts. Check with skisoutheast.com throughout the weekend. They'll have the latest as we get updates on what's opening. I do think we'll see a lot of runs start to open up sometime tomorrow, if not tomorrow, likely on Sunday. Have a great weekend. Happy New Year. And as always, think snow. The pattern has finally changed.